In a dramatic and fiery response, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei has outright rejected former U.S. President Donald Trump's proposal for renewed nuclear negotiations, calling it an attempt at domination rather than diplomacy. Khamenei made it clear that Iran would not be coerced into talks that serve as a tool for bully governments to impose their will. This sharp rebuke comes after Trump revealed that he had sent a letter to the Iranian leader, urging Tehran to discuss its nuclear program and warning of potential military action if they refused. This revelation has sparked outrage in Tehran, where officials view Trump's approach as nothing short of a political ambush. Iran has long argued that Western nations, particularly the U.S., have no interest in fair negotiations and instead use them as a pretext for demanding concessions. Khamenei's speech condemned the U.S. for attempting to dictate terms under the threat of force, a move he equated to modern-day colonialism. According to him, the U.S. has never genuinely sought a diplomatic resolution but rather wants Iran to surrender its sovereignty. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi backed Khamenei's defiant stance, stating that Iran would not engage in any direct negotiations as long as the maximum pressure campaign remains in place. This so-called maximum pressure, a strategy reintroduced under Trump, led to severe economic sanctions on Iran after Washington unilaterally withdrew from the 2015 Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, JCPOA. While the Biden administration attempted to restart talks, Trump's continued influence on the Republican Party and his aggressive rhetoric keep tensions at boiling point. Iran insists that the West must lift all sanctions before any discussion can begin. The stakes in this geopolitical showdown are high. Iran has significantly ramped up its uranium enrichment activities since the collapse of the nuclear deal, drawing sharp warnings from both Washington and Tel Aviv. Israel has openly declared that it will take military action if necessary to prevent Iran from obtaining nuclear weapons. Given that Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has always been a fierce opponent of the JCPOA, the situation appears to be inching closer to a military confrontation rather than diplomatic reconciliation. Adding fuel to the fire, Iran has also criticized European nations for failing to uphold their commitments under the JCPOA while simultaneously accusing Iran of non-compliance. Tehran views this hypocrisy as proof that the West never intended to respect the agreement and is merely looking for excuses to justify future aggression. Khamenei dismissed European leaders as puppets of Washington, claiming they lack the political independence to make their own decisions. With tensions escalating and neither side willing to back down, the world is left watching a dangerous standoff unfold. Will Trump's threats push Iran further toward nuclear armament? Will Israel launch a preemptive strike? Or will the West finally realize that Iran will not bend to threats? One thing is certain: Khamenei has drawn his red line, and the world is bracing for the next move in this explosive power struggle.